Hi Dresser Cuties, Winnie here, tutoring draw Bobby from the K-Pop Demon Hunters. So let's get started. To draw cute Bobby, let's first start by drawing his eyes. So I'm going to start right here with a soft line. And then I'm going to bring it down about right there. And then I'm going to come back to this side and just bring it down as well. Then we're going to come into this area right here and we're just going to draw a circle. About right there. And then underneath that, we're going to lightly put in a line right underneath and then bring it up slightly and then bring this part up, but don't close it. There. And then I'm going to come back in here for some details with a highlight and that inside circle and shade this part in. There. And then you color this part with his eye color. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing. Down a little bit more. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to come across about this wide and do the same thing. So I'm just going to go up on this side, then go across. It's just easier for my hand this way, and then come down. Then right here, same thing. Just kind of draw this circle and lightly put in a line underneath and then go up. There. And once again, the details inside. And then I'm going to come back and thicken the top curve up now that I have it all set in. So just thicken this part up to anchor the eye better. There. Okay, so now that I have that, let's come back up and we're going to draw his brow. So say about right here, I'm just going to give him a brow that kind of slopes down. So go across and downwards a little bit and thicken it up. And he does have black brows, so I'll just shade that in. And same thing on the other side. About here. And down. There, this side's a little bit better. Okay, then from there, we're going to give him a big smile. So, say about right here. Go ahead and draw this wide smile right about here, and then cap it off. And then before I forget, right in here, there's this little mustache thing going on. So we'll draw that in. And then now that we're done with that, I'm going to come back and we need to start to frame his face. So let's come really close to this part right here in the eye and come out just right next to it. Same thing here. And we're going to come right here and draw a slight angle out. It has his face is a little bit chubbier, so then right about here I'm going to bring it out again, and then right kind of where his mouth is, we're going to start to bring it in. There. And then let's see, we're going to bring down his chin a little bit lower, so I'm going to come in. Out here, and we're going to bring down, come down towards the center, and then about right here I'm just going to kind of come down a little bit more so that we can draw his chin. And same thing here. There. Just give him a chin, because we need to put in some little hairs right here as well. There. Okay, so then from there we can go up and we're just going to slant upwards because his forehead is narrower. So right next to his brow. go up. And not very high forehead, so say about right here. We're going to start to round it off. And come back down for the other side. Okay, promise you it's going to start looking better once we put in the hair. And then let's come back and, oh, before I, well, actually, you know what, let's come back to the center, sorry. And we're gonna, his hair part's in the center, so let's go up right here. We're gonna curve up, and then we're gonna taper down using that line that we created for his face. So same thing here, up and then down. So then from there, I'm gonna come back into this area a little bit below his eye. I'm gonna come right here and just draw a curve. And then I'm gonna pop in part of his ear right there. And let's see here. And then on the other side, so we're gonna use this curve on the face and come about right here past his eye. We're going to draw a strand of hair coming out. And then I'm going to drag this point across for his other ear. So right here, just tuck in whatever space you have. Put in his other ear. So now that we have that, we can come back and thicken up this strand. So we're going to go up. And I'm just going to bring it down and it tucks in right there. And then on this side, just create this one strand right here. Okay, so then let's keep going. It's parts in the center. So let's say about right here, and go up on both sides. So I'm going to work on this side first. So let's go up. Just want to give him a nice full head of hair. So about right here, maybe pop out a strand just to mix it up. And then you come right by here. Another curve. And another one. Then we're going to bring it past his ear. Go around his ear. Right here, just curve out. And then maybe one more layer right about here. And just kind of tuck it in. There. So hopefully I've captured his hair. And then same thing here, we're going to come down. And about right here, just curve out in. And then maybe here, just kind of wobble a little bit, and we just want to tuck it in. So maybe one strand and then just wobble in. There. So hopefully that looks like his hair. I'll bring this up a little bit. Put in some strands. There. Okay, so looking like Bobby, right? Hopefully. Then from there, let's draw his body. So we're going to come right here. I'm not giving him neck. So we're going to start right here and here. And I'm going to bring a curve coming down. So past his face and then about right here. Because he's stockier on top, so bring the same thing on the other side. Whoops. About right there. So then from there, we're going to come back and let's see, let's come back here. We're going to come down on both sides, just so we know what kind of space we're working with. And then we're going to come in and down. Okay. So then from there, let's come back in for some details. We're going to come right here and we're going to start his suit. So I'm going to curve down to say about here. Same thing on this side. About right there. And then we can come back and draw the collar. Zigzag. And bring it in. Same thing here. And then he has this shirt underneath. So I'm going to come right here, draw a curve. And then another one lightly for some details on his shirt. And then we can come right here and we're going to come down for his suit. And maybe this line should just, I shouldn't have drawn that with a Sharpie. Should just be like a really light gray line. Okay, so then from there, we're going to bring this down. And let's keep going and see how far we want to bring the suit. So let's say about right here. I'm going to draw a line across for his top to end. So I know where to start his pants. So then I'm going to bring this down a little bit more past that waist. So then let's come back to here. And I'm going to end slightly higher and then just connect. So same thing over here. Just end slightly higher and connect. There. So now that we have that in, we can, oh, and before I forget, I'm just going to draw this little detail. Just draw a little curve right here. And we're going to come down. So in the center area about, let's say right here, I'm just going to draw this slight angle line. And we're going to start his pants right here. So let's come back in this area about here, come in and here. And I'm going to work on this leg first. So his legs are shorter, so, and the pants are kind of wide, but they also do taper. So that's why the gap between here is very small. So let's say about right there. And I'll continue bringing this down. To about right there, and then just connect. There, so same thing on the other side. Okay, so then from there, let's go ahead and I'm going to give him in the center right here, showing a little bit of his leg, his ankle, and then cut it off for his tennis shoes. So I'm just going to bring them out. And connect. So same thing on the other side. There. And then for some details, curve for the sole, the top, and part right there, and then a lace. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I should go this way. I forgot this part of his shoe is like that, the tongue area. Okay, so don't draw it this way. Sorry. I forgot his tennis shoe has that tongue. Okay, so then from there, we can go ahead and come back, and I'll just lightly draw in a straight line in the center. And then let's draw his sleeves. So I'm going to bring his arms, and we want his hands to be about right here. So I'm going to bring this down. And about right there where his elbow would be, then I'm going to bring it in. And we're going to end the sleeves a little bit shorter, just like his pants. I'm just going to come right here and cut it off. And then we're going to draw his hand. So we're going to see part of his hand, his wrist, I mean. So see part of his arm. So then right about here, draw his thumb. And curve around for his fingers. There. So same thing on the other side. So kind of like his elbow would be, then we kind of bring it in. So just using the side of the jacket so I don't have to draw too much detail. And right there, just like the other side. And once again, his wrist and then the fingers. And curve around. There. Okay, so then a little bit more detail. We're almost there. We need to draw his badge. So right about here and here. Draw the string that holds the badge. And we need to draw a rectangle in this area. And I'm just gonna simplify it. It says V, oh my gosh. Okay, probably can't even see that, forget it. And I know there's a picture of him here, but I'm just gonna put in a heart. There, since I need to put a heart somewhere to make this my drawsuit cute Bobby, right? So then from there we need to put in some pockets, some buttons. So put in 2 buttons here and then 2 lines here, right across. And then there's some graphics of the Huntrix here, but we're just gonna dab in some blue instead of drawing it because it would be too complicated. And that is pretty much it for my drawing here of Bobby, the manager of Huntrix from the K-pop Demon Hunters. I really hope you love how he turned out and I helped you draw him fun and easy. And if I did, please make sure to give me a like and subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw So Cute videos. See you later.